Hi, everybody. Good evening. I am Kristen, the owner of Tink's Magical Vacations, and we are so excited that you are joining us this evening. With me is two very special agents. They are senior travel planners with Tink's Magical Vacations. I would like to introduce them. One is Megan Umlauf, and the other one is Monica Zink. Megan, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm Megan. I'm a senior travel planner, and I've been with Tinks for about 6 years. I am a platinum Disney cruiser, and it is my favorite way to do Disney.
Excellent. Thank you. Monica, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
So I am Monica, and I am also a senior travel planner. I am also a platinum cruiser, and I've been with Tink since for about 7 years now.
Excellent. So while we're waiting we have quite a few people already joining us. So welcome. Please feel free to, hi Alice, post comments, questions. Tonight we're going to teach you all about the Disney Cruise Line app. So be sure to stay on for the end. And hi Vanessa, thank you for joining us. Please tell us where you're from. Hi Michelle. And when you have questions, just feel free to type them there, and I will be sure that Monica and Megan will answer. I know a lot of us get confused about the app, girls, when we have a cruise coming up and, we link it. Even myself, I've linked reservations, and then sometimes I forget to go in and do certain things. Hi, Vanessa. Hi, Susan. Hi, Jody. Oh, we have somebody from Texas and Green Bay, Canada. Hi, John. And stay to the end. We do have a special offer. We are going to play some games at the end. So be sure to listen in when I ask Monica and Megan some of their favorite things. So we have lots of friends. So let's take a minute and say hi to them. Kat and Betsy and Susan. Oh, I love it that we have so many friends.
Yeah.
So hello, Christina from Massachusetts.
That's where I'm from.
Tracy is there from north of Seattle. Oh, thank you guys for joining us. So we're going to talk about the Disney Cruise Line app. Hello, Denise from Georgia. So we're going to start with the app. Girls, correct. As soon as I book a cruise, I should download that app correctly. And is there a fee, Megan, to download this app?
No, it is absolutely free. And basically, it's an extension of your Disney Cruise Line account. So once you've set up your account in a browser, you should go right to the Apple Store and download Disney Cruise Line. It's got the Disney Cruise Line logo on it. I think it's even, navy blue, and you can download that for free. One thing before we dive into this, Kristen, that we should mention is that when you are home before you're sailing, the app is going to look very different than what we're going to show you tonight. And actually, if you have it on your phone right now and want to jump into it, you'll see it asks you if you're at home or if you're on the ship already. So we are talking tonight about what it looks like when you're actually on the ship. So that's an important difference here.
Excellent. Thank you. I'm just going to say hi to some more friends that have joined us. Anne and Ambery, first cruise on the Wish. So she's excited to hear your tips in 3 weeks. So Monica, can you explain, once I'm on the ship and I see this screen on the app, what do I need to do from here? Explain to me what is on this screen.
So this is your entry screen. This is going to give you an option to choose whether you want to see the itinerary for the day, whether you already want to book your cruise, your next cruise. It's going to lay out your plans. One thing we do want to let everybody know that you want to do also as soon as you get on board is to link to their messaging system. Once you are hooked to the ship's Wi-Fi, you want to be sure that you link to their messaging system, in-app messaging system, and share your sailor ID with your family. That's going to be an additional way that they can communicate with you while you're on board.
And I think it prompts us, doesn't it? When we get in there, the first time you go in, it'll sort of prompt you to say, link with a friend or link with right? And then you can pull up your number, if I'm remembering correctly.
I believe so. And I think there's little emojis and everything that you
Super
can
fun.
send. And Monica, is there a charge for me to text through the app?
There is no charge to be online with Disney's app. Their Wi-Fi system works. The app, a few external messaging apps do come through the firewall with no charge. I believe iMessage on Apple products and WhatsApp. So you can still communicate with your friends and family back home if they have the WhatsApp account or a fellow iPhone, and it's not going to cost you anything.
Perfect. Megan, anything else you want to add about this page?
Yeah, so let's talk about that big blue line through the center. It says Assembly Station M. Most people just blank out and don't even try to figure out what that is. But that's going to be your muster drill station. So when you first get on that boat, they're going to be telling you over and over, make sure that you know your muster station and be there at 4, 4:15, 4:30, whatever it is. So in this case, this was muster station M. So if you're like, I don't know what my muster station is, you can open up your app and it's right there.
And
yeah.
Can you tell me, do we have to go in person to the muster station now?
Yes, we now have to go in person to the muster station. So for those of you that sailed post-COVID, for a long time, they were allowing us to watch a video in our stateroom or on the app and not have to go to the muster station. But that is in the past. They now want us to go and be present in our muster station, and they will find you and make you sit through the entire thing. So if you don't show up, you'll have to do it eventually. So please go to your muster station.
Excellent. All right. So hi, Jane. We are going to go to this next slide. Megan, can you tell me a little bit about this slide?
Yeah, so at the bottom of every screen, not this screen, ironically, but at the bottom of every screen is kind of the navigational tool. So this slide is going to be your explore page. When you hit explore, it's going to take you here and it shows you every day of your cruise. You are going to just hit one of those days to see what's going on for each day of your cruise. So I know a lot of you ask us, what's going on? Can we get a schedule of events? And unfortunately, there's nothing that we can get for you before you get on the ship. The minute you get on that ship, that's going to be where you can find all of the individual day sort of scheduling and what's going on.
Perfect.
So I think if we go to the next slide, Kristen, you can show if we were to choose one of the days, you're going to see something like the next slide.
Perfect. Monica, what is this little thing right here? Why is this significant, this little heart?
The little heart is there because it allows you, as you start perusing each day's activities, to actually heart that activity and highlight that activity. So later on, when you look at my plans, it's actually going to show up there. It's not a reservation. It's not a formal hold, but it's going to be there to remind you and prompt you, hey, there's a photo opportunity with Mickey in Scuttle's Cove today at a specific time. I want to be there to get my picture taken with me.
Perfect.
And I also, sorry, Kristen.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to add here at the top of this, if you look at the top, you can see there's a pull down menu. So you can actually navigate between the days from this page as well. It's not just the previous page that we showed you. There's multiple ways to get to things in this app.
And then there's like
some of those daily activities might be things like a fitness class that's going to be held somewhere on board. It might be the daily bingo and where that's going to be. It may give you your show times in the evening, whether it's before dinner or after dinner. Those are the types of items that you're going to see under that daily activities pull down, separate from the character greetings.
Perfect.
So at the top underneath the picture, if you look, it says daily activities and character greetings. So that's actually an entire menu. And if we were in a video, we could scroll across and you would get all those different sort of titles that Monica's talking about. So this particular page is the character greeting page. And there are other headings as well, but that's where you're going to find everything going on for the day.
Perfect. And Kat has a question. By hearting it, does it pop up a reminder closer to the times? Megan, can you tell us that?
It does. And that's a great question. So what's going to happen is once you put that on, once you heart that, it's going to go into your plans, which is another sort of navigation tool at the bottom of the page there. It's going to pop up in your plans. And yes, it will send you sort of a push reminder on your phone as long as you have allowed push notifications for the Disney Cruise Line app in your phone. So that is an important setting that you want to make sure that you have allowed just for the cruise, because then you will get that reminder. I think it's 15 minutes prior, especially if you have like a massage booked. It's very easy to lose track of time. So it is nice to have that.
Okay. And it won't just remind you of the things that you've hearted. You'll also get a reminder notification for dinner and what your time and what restaurant you're supposed to be in that evening.
Oh, very good. If you had one thing, Monica, to heart on the app, what is something that is a must-do that you always heart on the app?
I have to have my picture taken with Mickey Mouse. It's been my thing at every Disney location that I go to, and I have to have at least one opportunity to give Mickey a big hug and get my picture taken with him for my scrapbook.
Oh. And Megan, what is your one thing that you like to heart?
So obviously, I also like to have, this is a screenshot from an actual cruise of mine. I also like to have my picture taken with Mickey, but I have to say that on the Wish, I think the next time I go on, I wouldn't miss the Incredibles inflatables again. Those are just too fun. So, yeah.
Perfect. And I'm sorry, the video, she says it's a little fuzzy, so we're doing our best. I'm sorry that the Wi-Fi is a little shaky right now.
So is Michelle telling us that her favorite activity is bingo, or is she saying bingo? She likes Mickey Mouse too.
Bingo is always a favorite.
That's a good one.
So I know a lot of us always are wondering about our shipboard accounts and things and where we can get that. So Monica, where a slide up here of my charges. Is this something I can find in the app so I can monitor how much I'm spending or any onboard credit that I have?
Absolutely. So if you go to this screen within the app, you can click on My Charges, and it's going to pull up an itemized bill for your account. And I believe it will also show you what your stateroom hosts or stateroom guests, like your children, have also spent on your account. So you can monitor that if you need to go to guest services, give them some additional cash or Disney gift cards because you opted for that instead of a credit card on file. You can definitely see just how much this cruise is going to be in the end.
And Megan, Michelle is asking, is there a way for us to see our folio after you get home?
So it's very difficult. There is a way, but it's very difficult. So it'd be easier for you to, if you go to the next slide, Kristen, we might as well jump right into it. So if you hit into that My Charges, it's going to bring up the next screen here. And you'll notice it says View PDF. So the easiest way for you to get a complete sort of, printout of your charges is to view the PDF, even in your phone, and then you can save it to your phone, whether you do screenshots or whether you send yourself the PDF in an email, however you want to do it. But that's going to be the easiest way. And so Monica was talking about the different charges on there. And you can see, so mine is the first set. And then if I didn't get it all in there, but my husband's was the next set. So it does sort of definitely show you who's spending more money on that cruise. So there'd be no argument there. You'd be able to go right into it.
And if you're traveling with multiple people, that probably makes a good way, if you're sharing charges and things like that.
Right. The other thing from this screen that I wanted to point out is you'll notice it says total charges and total payments. So that says that I have somehow paid $200. Now, how does that happen? There's a few ways that payment thing would show that you've made a payment. This particular one was an onboard credit, which had been placed on my folio before I actually cruised. The other thing that could be is that you went to guest services when you started sailing and said, I have I have a Disney Visa Rewards redemption card, and I want to put my, money onto my account. So they would take that and they'd put it on there, and that would be considered a payment. And it would sit there until you spent it, basically. So so they have a total charges, total payments, and that's where your total balance comes in. It can be a little confusing, I'll be honest, when you're, just randomly going in there and going, wait a second, this doesn't add up, but it's all there. You just have to take some time to look at it.
So I'm going to go back to this slide right here, this screen right here, because there's a couple other things on here. Megan, can you tell us, what is this 10% off a future cruise?
Yes. So for those of you that have heard about onboard bookings or a placeholder, that's going to be where you make that placeholder or onboard booking. 10% off a future cruise. And what does that mean essentially? So when you click into that, it basically will explain that this is a placeholder reservation, and it will actually charge your folio $250 at that time. And then you will get a confirmation, or your travel agent will get a confirmation saying, this is a placeholder. And in the future, when you book a cruise, you'll get 10% off going forward. But that's where you can find that. And there are some people, Kristen's told me, that do it in the port, before they ever leave. And some people, you could do it at any time on the ship. But gone are the days where you have to wait at the travel desk for someone to help you. You just do it right from your app. It's great.
Perfect. And Monica, what is connect to the internet? If I don't need internet to use the app, what is the option here of connect to the internet?
Connect to the internet is where you're going to be able to see the various internet packages that Disney offers on board to get you out into the rest of the internet, the rest of the world. They have 3 packages. One package is a social media package. That's the least expensive one. It allows you to post to your social media while you're on board. The second package is a more open internet package. You can surf the internet. You can hit your personal email accounts, your Google, your Gmail, your Yahoo. And then the third package that they offer is one where you can actually stream. You can stream music if you need to work while you're on vacation and connect to a Zoom meeting. That would be the Wi-Fi package that would be the best for you, because it's going to offer that connectivity.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And I know we talked about the dining schedule. And then what is this Disney Uncharted adventure? Megan, can you explain a little bit about that?
I knew you were going to ask me to do this. So I actually did not do this on the last time that I sailed. It was an option. In fact, I think it was in the testing phase when we did it. But my understanding is that it's a virtual sort of experience where you go out around the ship and you can hold up the phone and you have these characters come out. Am I right? Has anyone done it out there? I actually did not do it, so I can't speak personally from it, but it sounds
we don't need to purchase internet. This is something that guests and their families can do through the app, correct?
Correct. But that's how you get into it. And to be honest, this might have changed places since we've sailed. This was a screenshot from January. And like I said, I think it was in testing phases, but it looks really super fun.
It does. I have seen it on the internet and it does look cool. So we have a couple questions for you girls. Can I see can you use Disney gift cards on the ship at various places?
Monica, you want to take those?
Yes. Yes, you can.
Gift shop with a card?
You can. I actually asked this question just last week to be sure that I had the correct information for one of my clients. You can use gift cards on board the ship, at the spa, in the photo area, in the shopping. The only place that they don't take them might be for your specialty beverages, your smoothies, your coffees, or at the bars. those do need to be charged to your stateroom account. So that's kind of a way that you can monitor the spending of your children or your friends, depending upon how it works out. The client that asked was actually cruising with her granddaughters, and she didn't want them to have complete free reign. She wanted to know how they could be limited, and we suggested the gift card option. They say Disney is cashless. It's still not a green bill, but there still are some restrictions to the use of the gift cards.
Awesome. And Megan, do you know how often they would charge the credit card? Is it periodically on the longer sailings? Do they periodically charge them?
I believe it has to do with the dollar amount. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it is periodically. It's not, but I think it's every $250. Does anyone know for sure? I think it's a dollar amount that they charge. But there's several ways to be charged on the ship. One of them is to you can put cash down, but you do have to go down frequently and have guest services apply that. Obviously, the easiest way is to just put a credit card down. And then, like Monica was saying, if you do have a bunch of gift cards and you're not giving them to your grandkids to use at select places on the ship, the easiest way is to go and have them applied to your folio at guest services.
Correct. And we have another question about the placeholder. Can you do this at guest service desk, since I will be traveling with a friend and it's under her name?
That is a super good question. I think, Monica, tell me what you think. I think they would have to go to the travel planning desk to do that.
The travel planning desk is not on board anymore. That's why they've switched to the app.
Oh, gotcha.
So my understanding is, yes, you can go to guest services to take care of that placeholder. I actually had to do that because there was my credit card on my last cruise didn't actually stick. And so I kept having to go to guest services. And even when I went to make my future cruise deposit, it was giving me fits. So when I went to guest services there on board, they were actually be able to process that placement for me.
Perfect.
The placeholder, gotcha.
The placeholder, yes.
Anybody else have any other questions regarding the app or anything Disney Cruise related? Please put it in the comments and we'll do our best to get them answered. Megan, tell me, I know you told us what the number one thing is that you would heart in the app. What is something that you always make sure that you book ahead of time? Like when your booking window opens, do you book spa treatments first? What's your number one go-to?
So the first thing I start looking at is if I want any port adventures, because that takes a little bit of time to sort of research and decide. So that's the first thing I'm looking at. But then on top of that, I typically will book a spa appointment. I think that's another thing that takes some planning. You want to sort of choose what you want and when you want it. That's the important thing, is to really understand while you're planning, when your sea days are, when you're going to be on Castaway, and how long you're going to be there. Because, if you can get back for a spa appointment before dinner, that would be awesome.
Really, I like the sounds of that. Alice says,
you do have to do some planning there.
Or Apollo brunch, and I have a feeling that's what Monica is going to say, that her go-to is Apollo brunch.
Absolutely, that is. I make the beeline to it as soon as my booking window opens. I absolutely love the brunch at Apollo, so that's our go-to on every cruise.
Monica, when somebody orders room service, I've heard that you need to tip. Can you tip in cash or can you tip on the app?
Room service is a cash tip to the person that brings that to your stateroom. That's personally guest choice, guest determination of the dollar value. Generally they're happy with, a couple of dollars, depending upon the size of the order. That may go up or down. But it is cash for room service deliveries.
Yeah. And what about when we order a drink from the bar? Do I tip through the app or can I give a bartender cash?
You actually can
go ahead.
Tip through the app. There's an automatic gratuity. I apologize for stepping on you, Megan.
Okay.
There's an auto gratuity included on board, but there's also an opportunity if you wish to go above that to include that at the point of sale.
Yeah. Thank you. And Megan, if you get the highest internet package, are you only able to use it on your phone, or could you log in with a laptop as well?
So each of the internet packages actually come with a certain number of devices.
Yeah.
And it does depend on the level that you're purchasing, how many devices you get. And I don't know that off the top of my head, but we can certainly get that information. I know that there is a level that allows you to do multiple devices.
Yeah, I think it's up to 5 devices you can do on the highest package. I'm pretty
Gotcha.
sure that's
So
what I
then,
saw.
right, it could be all 4 of your cell phones and a laptop.
Yeah. And Susan's asking, if I book another cruise while on board, will it still go through the agent I booked the original cruise with?
It will. So the agent on record will be will take control of that placeholder, so you don't have to worry about that. I believe that they used to, and I don't think they're asking anymore. They used to ask if you want to keep your agent or if you want to remove them, but I don't remember seeing that the last time I made a placeholder.
What happens if I wanted to remove my current agent? God forbid.
I think you'd have to go to guest services.
Guest services.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to go to guest services and speak to them about that for sure.
Perfect. We have a lot of Palo brunch that people are excited to eat at Palo's, and that they love Palo's too. Anybody else have any other questions that these expert ladies could answer for us? While you guys work on getting some questions up, I am going to put Megan and Monica's information here, should you want to contact them. And we have another question. Does a 3-day cruise on the Wish have Pirate Night? I haven't been able to see Pirate Night in the app.
Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. And you can actually ask your travel agent or call DCL and find out which night it will be. But definitely all of the cruises except Alaska, I believe, have those Pirate Nights. So.
And on the Wish, when I was on, it was night 2 was the Pirate Night. And personally, I think the pirate party on the Wish is one of my favorites. Like, I feel like that rock and roll party is a really good party to go to.
Yes, it is.
I do think that the Pirate Night it's definitely, as Megan said, suspended for Alaska. I think in some of the northern European cruises and British Isles cruises, because of the regulations there, they substitute out the frozen night just like they do for Alaska.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But definitely the cruises out of Florida, you're going to have a Pirate Night.
Oh, Kathy wants to hear about the Pirate Night, Kristen.
Oh, tell me more about Pirate Night. I actually think we have a couple of videos up on our YouTube channel as well as on Instagram. Do you guys want to talk about Pirate Night? Kathy, it is like a rock and roll party on the Wish. So they have some really good classic rock and roll music on there, and it's really, really fun. I think the Wish has the best pirate party, but on all the ships they have a fabulous pirate party, and you can dress up, and Tinks has been known to have some pirates on board when you're sailing with them. So one of our pirates is actually on our live tonight. So besides the rock and roll party and the music and everything and the costumes, the biggest thing is the fireworks. So Monica and Megan can attest that a lot of ships park out at sea who are not Disney and watch the fireworks.
Yes, they do. We see them every time. Sitting out there, you can see them.
Yeah.
Watching all of our fun.
What, Monica, would be your best tip for a 4-night cruise on the Magic from Miami?
A 4-night cruise on the Magic, I would most certainly say be sure to take advantage of the day at sea. So many times we get on board a cruise and it's go, go, go because you absolutely want to get everything done. In order to make the cruise the relaxing vacation it's intended to be sure to take some downtime. Find a quiet place to read a book, enjoy some time in the sun by the pool. If you have a veranda, just sit on your veranda and just watch the world go by, just to get that sense of relaxation that you're hoping for on a vacation.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
And I just want to piggyback on that because I think it's really important to remind people that as much as, we're showing you all the stuff that you can do in this app, you don't have to do it to have a fabulous time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So often we hear, oh, I'm so afraid I'm not going to get this excursion. It's not going to be any fun, or I'm not going to get a bibbidi bobbidi boutique appointment for my children. There are so many things going on you can't possibly not have. If you want to be active, you can be active. But if you don't feel like you have to be. Just take the vacation that you want. That's really important.
Right.
One of the things I want to mention about the app, we didn't talk about this. Matt asks if you can book a tasting on the app. Absolutely, you can book that tasting. That's going to be available to book the same time dining reservations are available, port excursions are available. And speaking of time, those open at midnight. So while they will open a certain amount of period prior to your sail date based upon your Castaway Club level, it's always going to open at midnight. So if you're a night owl, you're going to be lucky and maybe get some of those before the folks that crashed a little bit early and don't log in until first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Well, and always remember too, if you don't get what you're looking for at midnight, the things come and go. So constantly check that. And look, even sometimes when you're on the ship, there'll be an opening. So always remember to just keep checking. It's not a done deal, at midnight of your booking window. Things cancel and all sorts of things can happen.
So the question here is, with regards to that, Megan, is it midnight Eastern or West Coast time?
It is Eastern, and keep in mind it's midnight the morning of the day that your, booking window opens. So if it's the 24th, that's the day. That means that the evening of the 23rd into the 24th, that's the midnight. So 12 a.m. of the 24th is actually midnight of the 23rd, which can be confusing, I know.
And do you think the ship is overly crowded? Like, do you think that guests will be able to enjoy everything going on the Fantasy first time in June?
Monica, you want to chime in here?
So since the return from the pandemic, we are seeing the ships fill significantly more than they were when we first came back. I don't believe that they are any more full than they were before disaster struck in 2020. I have been on full ships and I've always been able to enjoy everything I've wanted to enjoy. I haven't felt that the number of guests on board has detracted from that. So just go in, don't think about the number of people, think about yourself, your family, what you want to do, and make it happen. And don't worry about how many numbers of folks are on board.
Correct. Good tip. And they do the diaper dash on every sailing?
I don't have anyone in diapers.
My daughter's 26. I haven't paid attention to the diaper dash in a while.
I believe that they do.
I think they do too. It
And
might just be on the longer sailings, though. I have to say, I don't remember seeing it on a 3-night.
I didn't see it on the 3-night, but definitely on the Fantasy and the longer sailings. I know the diaper dash is there. I don't think on the 3 and 4.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the diaper dash may be one of those sea-day activities, which is why we don't see them on a 3-day cruise.
Right.
So you may be correct. The ones that have sea days, that's most likely when you're going to see them.
Right. And Candy said on her 4-night wonder they did, and Michelle said, yeah. So I think Monica's right. It is a sea day activity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So while you guys come up with a couple more questions, we're happy to stay on and answer some more questions. I am going to bring out the Tink's Wheel of Fun. And someone is the first person, I'm going to ask a question. And the first person to type it, and Megan, I will have you announce who the winner is because I'll be behind the wheel.
Okay.
I'm going to spin it. One lucky person who is first to type in the answer to our question. You are going to win whatever prize is on our Wheel of Fun. And Wheel of Fun, we had a lot of fun with it during COVID in the Tinks family here. So you're going to win one of the prizes on this wheel if you are the first one to answer. And this will be good for a future cruise booked with Tink's Magical Vacation. So you mention it at your time of booking. And Megan and Monica's information is below if you'd like to book with them. And okay, my question is going to be, hope you guys can all see this. My question is going to be, what did Monica say was her number one thing that she books first in the app?
Come on, guys. Oh.
Ooh, can you see that? Someone is going to win a $50 extra onboard credit.
Okay, so it looks like it's Christina Locke. Got it in with Paulo's Brunch.
Paulo's Brunch.
Yes.
So a new booking with Tink's Magical Vacations. You will win an extra $50 onboard credit when you book with us.
Woo-hoo. Nice job.
I know we had a couple questions before this, so
yeah.
We'll answer these questions and then we're going to spin the wheel again for some more prizes. So on a previous Disney cruise, we had a terrible finding a deck chair. People would go out of their way to put towels. No one was sitting in them, but they were not available. Does Disney do anything to prevent that now? They are on to that.
Yeah, and I think that the important thing is if you see that like a chair's been sitting there for a long time and no one's been around it, find a cast member, explain that to them, and I believe that they will remove their things for you. Because that is not, socially acceptable. We shouldn't be doing that. And so it is unfortunate. People do it though. So I do, it's a hard situation to control for sure, but definitely find a cast member to help you out.
Yep.
We have noticed cast members going around almost time stamping, they'll fold the towel a certain way and they'll make a round 30 minutes later. And if that towel's in the same spot, anything that's there gets up and gets moved. So that's definitely, they do look for it when they're able. Sometimes they're distracted. They don't necessarily see it, but they are making a better effort to police that.
And just wanted to share that if you want to explore Port Stop as just adults, you can do that. Disney's kids activities are incredible and open at the Port Stops. We did that in Nassau with the kids while the kids made slime with Stitch and we visited Atlantis. That is a really good tip.
Thank you.
Thank you, the Taste Buzz. And be sure to visit their YouTube channel, The Taste Buzz. They have amazing videos about food and all of their fun family adventures. So they have the best videos to watch. So do you book your internet package and Bippity Boutique on your app before the cruise?
That's a great question. I'll take that one.
Okay.
So you can book Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique before your cruise when your pre-booking window opens. But the internet package has to be paid for once you get on the cruise. So that's why we are showing it to you in the app. So if you do want one of the packages, you would find that the hamburger down in the lower left right-hand corner, and that's where you can purchase that internet package. Those won't sell out per se. They don't have a minimum number or a maximum number of packages. But Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, obviously, those can sell
out. Perfect. Any more questions? Otherwise, I'll give another trivia question if you guys want one, and we'll spin our Tink's Wheel of Fun again. Anybody want to give a thumbs up if they want another prize? Because I think it'll be fun, and one lucky person will win another.
I don't think they want another prize.
I don't think they want it. So maybe they're all they're all still on. I still see them all on. They're giving thumbs up. They're
There
I'm
giving
they
saying
go.
some
Okay.
thumbs up.
So
Got it.
let's see how closely they paid attention regarding the app. And Monica, do you want to watch to see who answers this next question correctly?
Sure.
Okay, so my question is going to be, is there a charge to download the Disney Cruise Line app before you're sailing? You can answer yes or no. Ooh, what is the gift, Megan?
A fruit platter. Woo!
In your stateroom.
Awesome.
So,
And
Monica?
our winner tonight is Stacy Wentz. She was the first one in with the correct answer.
Awesome. So thank you, Stacy. And you can reach out to Tink's Magical Vacations when you're booking your next sailing. So thank you so much, girls, for being on and giving us all this great information. And thank you to all of our friends for joining us this evening. Megan, Monica, do you want to say anything before we sign off?
I thank you for joining us and for playing the game. I think it's super fun. Tried to keep it fun for you guys, and hopefully you guys got a lot of good tips.
We are hoping you took away some valuable information for your next Disney cruise. If you don't have one booked yet, be sure to reach out because it's an experience you don't want to miss out on.
You do not. They are right about that. And if there's a topic that you guys want to see, reach out to us. Thank you, Tracy. She says she loves our live videos, super helpful. If there's something that you guys want to know, whether it's Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise, Adventures by Disney, Alani, Disneyland, let us know. And we are happy to do a live, and you guys can ask us any questions. We do not have to just do Disney Cruise Line. We are happy to talk about anything and everything with the Disney destinations or things new in the parks, anything. Drop us a message, DM us on any of our social media accounts. And if you haven't, be sure to go over to Instagram. We do have a fun giveaway right now on Instagram. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.